For 8 years, I actually lived just up the road from Trinidad, Colorado, also known as the sex change capital of the world. And for some unknown reason, I never made it down there to get it done. You know, maybe what they say is true about never appreciating what you've got in your own backyard until it's gone. That, or maybe I just kind of like my junk the way it is. Yeah, I think it's the other thing. Yes, sir, it is time for another Church Sign Epic Fails edition. This time we have the Surgically Altered edition, and I promise this is not one to miss. It starts off with one of my favorite signs ever, which is from New Testament Church, and the sign says, "God hates surgically augmented genitals." Now, this officially has to be the most awesome church sign fail I have ever seen in my entire life. I also checked with the pastor just to make sure, and it turns out circumcision, which is called for in the Bible, doesn't actually count. Whew. Next we have an unnamed Baptist church, and their sign says, "Life without God is like an unsharpened pencil. No point." Now the good news is that just like an unsharpened pencil, you can use life without God still to stick in your ear and to get to those really hard to reach itchy spots. Oh, that feels so good. Our next sign is from Community in Christ Lutheran Church, and they're having a little bit of a problem here. Their sign says, "Feeling run down? Come worship." Now, kids, do you remember the other day when we were driving around and you asked me what the definition of the word irony was? Look right there. There it is. Clawson United Methodist Church reminds us on their sign that you were planned for God's pleasure. Now, yes, I know this is taken from the Bible, but out of context, you gotta admit, it's a little bit weird. Every single joke I came up with for this did not pass the censorship muster, so just pause for a moment, think up your own joke, and we'll use that. I'll wait. Ugh, sick bastard. Riverland Road Baptist Church has some good news for us. They say, "Invest in heaven, stock is up." It turns out that the church tried to bundle and resell heaven stock as credit default swaps, but then folks started to realize that what they were selling was based on completely falsely inflated value. Goes that bubble. First Baptist Church's sign is a humble request to the Creator. They ask, "God, make me the person my dog thinks I am." Yes, if I could only get God to think of me as some magical giant dog food vending machine, all of my problems would definitely be solved. And finally, Roanoke Seventh-day Adventist Church says, "Whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your might." Now, if somebody had told me this back in high school, I'm afraid the damn thing might have come clean off. And remember, kids, the lesson really here is moderation in all things. Don't listen to the Seventh-day Adventists on this one. Well, it looks like it's time for my appointment, so I better get on out of here if I want to become the new me. So thanks for joining me, and tune in next time for another Church Sign Epic Fails.